Enphase stock is down 90% from the all-time high it hit on December 2022. In this video, we'll see if this is a good opportunity to buy the company by looking at the fundamentals and running a DCF model to calculate the intrinsic value of the company and potential future returns. Enphase is a company in the solar sector. They primarily sell microinverters, which are small devices that sit behind each solar panel and convert its electricity into the type your home and the grid can actually use. The numbers of microinverters shipped has taken a big hit since 2023. However, it seems like it has stabilized at around 6 billion. On the other hand, where they have seen a lot of growth recently is in the storage shipped, currently sitting at an all-time high. This refers to Enphase's battery segment, the IQ batteries they sell and ship, which let homeowners store their solar energy and use it later. If we zoom out, their revenue saw amazing revenue growth from 2015 to 2022, going from $300 million to $2.3 billion. However, since then revenue has taken a big hit and is now at $1.5 billion. But it seems that it has stabilized and that they are back to revenue growth. Analysts are not expecting revenue growth at all, as they have Enphase reaching $1.5 billion this year and remain at $1.5 billion in 2029, although I think they are being very conservative. Regarding profit, their net income also took a big hit in 2024. But again, it seems that it has stabilized and they are currently making $195 million. And they have more free cash flow, which is currently at $217 million. Analysts are expecting profit growth. Regarding EPS, they have Enphase making $2.80 per share this year and grow to $3.45 per share in 2029. If you assign a 15p to the company then, it would make it a $51 stock, meaning 87% upside from current levels. Then, in order to calculate the intrinsic value of the company, I use my Google Sheet. This tells me at what price you should buy a stock based on the assumptions about the future of the company that you put in. I did a 7-year analysis with low, middle, and high assumptions. As you can see, the intrinsic value according to my low assumptions is $20 per share, middle $32, and high $49. And because the stock is currently trading at around $27 per share, this means that if my low assumptions occur, you would get a 4.5% annual return on your money, middle 13.5%, and high 21.5%. As far as my assumptions, I assume Enphase grows revenue between 4 and 8% annually for the next 7 years, the average of profit margin and free cash flow margin between 12 and 20%, and I assign the PM price to free cash flow at the end of the 7 years of 14, 16, and 18. But if you want to make your own assumptions, I'm going to leave a link to a spreadsheet down below. It is super simple to use because I've done all the calculations in the background, so you only need to input your assumptions. Moreover, Enphase has gone from a price to free cash flow of 113 to a price to free cash flow of 16. And we can conclude that the valuation now looks a lot more attractive. Enphase also has an amazing balance sheet with $1.4 billion in cash and $1.2 billion in debt, which is amazing, especially for a company that has a market cap of $3.5 billion. And this is another positive. It's a small company and therefore it can have a lot of runway. And the solar industry is expected to grow between 7 and 15% compounded annual growth rate. Enphase has also amazing margins, with gross margin being at 31%, profit margin at 12%, and free cash flow margin at 14%. And even though they've had some short-term issues this couple of years, such as interest rates and the NEM 3.0, which meant that homes in California get paid much less for extra power they send to the grid, I believe these issues are short-term and shouldn't affect the long-term trajectory of the business. And if you believe in their products and in the business in general, this could be a great opportunity to buy it. I am actually considering buying it very heavily. Lastly, if you want a discount on stockanalysis.com, the best place for stock data, grab my code in the description. I hope you found this video valuable. Let me know what you think about Enphase stock in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.